In this video, I'm going to explain several ways that the Amish cook food. So I'll also tell you some things that the Amish don't use. At the end, I'm also going to answer the question, do the Amish eat out in restaurants? Like a lot of things, this will vary by the group. So first of all would be wood-based stoves or ovens. Wood cook stoves are common in Amish kitchens, and you'll also find the wood-fired ovens as well, used for baking. In some cases, they may use a coal-fired stove. But generally, this is a very common way of both cooking and heating the home. And that actually hints at one of its drawbacks, because in the summertime, you're not necessarily going to want to generate that much heat, especially if you're Amish and you tend to wear fairly heavy clothes compared to non-Amish Americans. So that would bring us to the second family of cooking implements. Those would be fossil fuel-based stoves and ovens. First of all, you'd have kerosene-based cooking, kerosene stoves as well as kerosene ovens. And these tend to be used in the plainer groups. Kerosene in some ways is more old-fashioned. It was being used in the mid-1800s already in households versus propane, which came along later. So that may explain why it's more readily accepted in the more tradition-minded communities. One advantage of a kerosene stove and other fossil fuel stoves for that matter is that it's a cooler type of cooking. So you may have some families which use wood for cooking in the wintertime and rely more on kerosene or another fossil fuel in the summer. More progressive Amish are going to use propane-based stoves and ovens. And visually, these will resemble the more modern stoves you would see in non-Amish homes. So you may have like a Coleman camping-style stove being used for some cooking. And in some places, you'll see Amish using natural gas for cooking purposes. Finally, the third way the Amish cook food, I would categorize this as the outdoor cooking options. Amish do have grills. Some of them have quite fancy grills, especially in some communities where you have Amish with a lot of disposable income. This past summer, I ate at a cookout with some Amish friends. They had one of those green egg style grills. Another variation of this would be cooking around the campfire. Summer evenings, Amish families will have backyard bonfires and may cook hot dogs or mountain pies, make s'mores, those kinds of things. Not a main form of cooking, but these are kind of those special occasion outdoor cooking examples that you'll find. So what are some things the Amish don't do when it comes to cooking? Well, as you might guess, you're not really going to find microwaves in Amish homes or, electric-based cooking. Although, when you talk about the Amish, there are always exceptions. I suppose you could run a microwave off of a battery plus inverter combination, which Amish use to power some appliances, lights, and fans in some cases. And so any other appliances that rely on plugging something into an electric outlet, you're generally not going to see that. Now, I'm not going to say that some Amish aren't using those things around the edges in the more progressive communities, because that is always possible, and you may find examples of that. The Amish also eat out as well. They go to restaurants, they eat fast food in some cases, not on a regular basis for most Amish people, but it is something that Amish individuals and families will do at times. I recently drove Amish friends and their family. We had to take 2 trips, but it was a family of 9 children to eat at a barbecue restaurant, which was a really neat treat for them, and we had a lot of fun. Amish who are involved in business on the road a lot are going to be eating out more than Amish who are farming, for example, and are going to be home all the time. So there you have it. The Amish aren't reinventing the wheel here in any big way, but they have certain things they permit and certain things they don't. So I hope that explains that. If you like this video, hit the like button, and I will talk to you next time.